And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one and only Rebar Show with your host, with the most, JP motherfucking Fingers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brand new week, brand new episode, and we are joined by a very, very, very special guest, Aaron Berg. What is going on, Aaron?
What's up, JP?
Dude, living life, you know. I'm having a good time. I'm still doing the eepisode solo. Usually I have a co-host that sits there.
Who's the co-host?
Wiseman Pipes. He's 6'5" or 6. No, 6'7". Hairy motherfucker. Usually sits right there and does it with me. So I've been taking it on solo for the past 40 days now.
So he can't like zoom in, or he couldn't join this conversation with us?
He could, but he doesn't have an indoor place to smoke.
Oh shit.
And apparently every Friday it's shitty at night. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm in a garage in Delaware, Millsboro, Delaware.
Nice.
I'm locked down, but now I'm done, I think I'm done. I'll tell you why. My wife has friends in town. One of her friends, her husband's a firefighter outside of Philly. So he got the virus maybe a month ago. Took it home. You know, firefighters get it. Took it home. Wife gets it. They're both fine. But then the wife is like, I'm going to come visit Delaware. So my wife tonight, it's one of their friends' birthdays. She goes, we're going to drive over there. I'm going to drive over in the car and get it. I go, one of them was positive for coronavirus. You've been on lockdown for 7.5 weeks, and now you're going to throw it out the window. She goes, I'll stay 10 feet away. I go, that 6-foot thing is a guideline. It's not 4 feet where the virus died. So that's it. So she went, and the whole reason I've been on lockdown, and I'm venting to you right now, stop me at any point.
I'm listening.
I'm on lockdown is because my wife has 2 immune virus diseases. So she was like, if I get it, I'll die. So that's the only reason I'm not in New York. I'm still not going to work every day. And I would be probably going to work. I don't think I'd be on full lockdown. I'm deemed an essential worker because I'm media, because I do a morning show called In Hot Water. And, I'd be going to work every day. So now that's it. Tonight I go, look, it's troublesome. You're going to go. I go, stay in the car. Don't open the window. They're going to be outside this girl's house. So that's it. But now I'm like, why am I been locked down for 7.5 weeks? This is clearly something a couples therapist needs to cover. But now I'm just going to be like, all right, I think I'm ready to go home. But New York's a dump right now. New York's a dump. You're in St. Catharines. It's gorgeous.
It's nice here, but nothing's open. Dude, I'm surrounded by wineries and golf courses. I can't golf right now.
When did they reopen the golf courses?
They haven't said yet. I'm thinking it's going to be within 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly, I'll probably my favorite golf course is 5 minutes away from my work. So every other day, I'm at least going to be playing 9 holes or at the driving range, just hitting a bucket and just.
Yeah, I've been golfing. That's the only good thing about being in Delaware. Me and my father-in-law go out once or twice a week, and I've got my handicap down to literally like an 11. And before that, I was playing bogey golf at best. And now we've only been playing, nines because he's old. So he's got like sciatica and shit. But I'm hitting the ball great. And I go, if this keeps up, I'll be on the seniors tour in 3 years.
Hey, that's even more time to practice for it, right?
Yeah. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not as dismal about the world as I was when this first started. I don't know how your first couple of days was, but I was like, this is the end of the world. I was like, we have to make sure we got a gun. We have to make sure there's animals that we can eat. So that was what I was scoping the first couple of days. And then after a while, and I think the last couple of days too, I've become more positive. When you see places starting to reopen. But America is doing it a little wrong. And I'm all for liberty. But it's like some places are like, all right, let's get back in restaurants, like in Florida.
Yeah. I don't think our golf courses should have ever been. Golf's a social distance thing.
Yeah.
You hold the club in your hand and you're constantly just whipping it around.
Yeah.
If somebody comes with you, they're getting a concussion before you get the coronavirus.
I think golf should be cool, which is why it is here. But you can't ride carts. They won't rent you a push cart, so you either walk with a bag or you bring your own push cart. And yeah, golf should be fine. Swimming pools are a problem. I get it. Like in Florida, they're reopening pools, but I don't know how this is all going to end up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just want a little bit of freedom, so I'm pushing towards more so like, yeah, let's open up some stuff. But I mean, dude, you like I'd love to go to a restaurant, but no chance I'm gonna sit 3 feet away from somebody else in a restaurant right now. No
Yeah,
chance.
restaurants are going to have to adapt, and they will. Comedy clubs will reopen again, which I didn't think would happen for a long time. But I talked to Mark Breslin, who owns all the Yuck Yucks in Canada today, and he's like, "Yeah, probably by end of summer, early fall." But they're going to have to be like, if it's a 200 seat club, they'll get 50 people in there.
Yeah,
So
that's the
there's
thing,
going to
right?
be
You gotta
guidelines.
cut it down and space it out. All
Yeah,
right.
but it's not horrible.
We gotta get things rolling. All right.
Let's smoke.
This is JP motherfucking fingers, and we are in the one and only rebar. And that is brought to you by United Cigars. My friends, you guys don't even have to be my friends, but you know what? You got to start living united. You got to start smoking united. Call up your local retailer, right? Because you can't go into the shop right now. So call them up. If they have United Cigars, great. Buy it from them. If they don't have it, tell them to carry it. If they don't want to carry it, you tell them to fuck off. You go to unitedcigargroup.com and there's a list of the all of the online local retailers that will get United Cigars to your doorstep. Hit them up. Live United, smoke United. All right, Aaron, was that good?
First of all, great catchphrase. Second of all, telling a cigar store to fuck off, really cool thing. Not gonna doubt that. But I'm a little concerned. Your prices in Canada. How does United compare?
Oh, I don't shop in Canada.
Oh, nice.
In Canada, so I buy maybe 10 cigars a year in Canada. That's
Yeah,
it. Just support a little local shop. If I'm in the area and I want a cigar and I don't have any, I'll go in there, I'll buy a cigar too.
yeah,
When you support a cigar shop in Canada, you're just supporting the government.
yeah. That's it.
And I live, middle of Buffalo. I could be in the middle of Buffalo in 30 minutes. I could be at the edge of Buffalo in 17 minutes.
Yeah,
I could be at a cigar shop in my hometown in 20 minutes.
there you go.
Right. So, I'm lucky where I live. So it's something I don't even really think about. When I do buy those couple cigars, I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me? Like, that's a fucking price on it right now. Like,
Yeah. How do you, in the grand scheme of things, when you compare Cubans to Nicaraguans, Dominicans, Hondurans, do you think Cubans are largely overrated, or do you think that they're just merely still, they have this stamp of approval from Fidel Castro that they're still carrying like 50 years later, and everybody still thinks they're, when you see an uneducated smoker and
yeah.
they'll be like, what's that, a Cohiba? And
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
no,
yeah. Right away. Yeah.
yeah,
Is that a Cuban? That's got to be a Cuban. And it's funny you say that, right? And how you brought it up. I actually, Monday, yeah, Monday, I actually, on my way home from work, I swung into a cigar shop, just outside of my work. I went there and I actually grabbed 5 Cuban cigars. And they're all the Quinteros. So they're all cheap, cheap Cuban cigars. Five
red
Cuban
label.
cigars, 5 Cuban cigars,
Yeah,
$75.
yeah,
And I came home, smoked one right away. And I was like, you know what? This is great. It wasn't even great. It was
yeah,
good, but it would have been great at the start of my day before
yeah.
anything else had touched my mouth, or I haven't had 10 cups of coffee. So they're overrated. In my opinion, they're overrated. Um, they're they're not all what people make them out to be. I don't think. I think a
No.
lot of people are using Cubans as like a status thing,
Yeah,
and I grew up smoking Cuban cigars. Like, that's for the first 3 years I smoked, 2 3 years, it was all Cubans.
yeah,
And then finally, I had my second year. I'm just like, fuck, this is shit. Not drawing, throw it out. Shit, this is, and just I'm chucking out cigars. I'm like, what the fuck? But God, you know what? Let me explore Honduran. Let me explore Dominican and Nicaraguan. And then I was just like, wow, like, it's, if you only ever see something white and then you finally see color, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
yeah. And it's, you know what? It's once a week I'll spark up a Cuban cigar in the morning and I'm like, okay, this is good, but I'm ready to move on.
yeah. I'll like it as a little exotic treat. And you're right. Sometimes the cheaper ones are a better hit than
Yeah.
like Series D #4 or something. When I did a movie when I lived in Canada, and that was like my first time I ever made real money. I did this movie called The Lookout with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jeff Daniels, and I worked on this thing for like 2 months. So I had money, so I was like, I'm gonna start smoking cigars. So I would order them; they'd be shipped from Europe, and I was getting like Cohiba Siglo 4s, Series D, and I'd smoke like 2 a day, and then I just got so disgruntled by it. And then I moved to the States, and my eyes got open. I was like, oh, there's so many more flavors that can go into a cigar than just the Cuban leaf. And it's like, I like them. They've got more strength to them. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I like heavy sticks. You know, and I'll so rarely hit anything with a Connecticut wrap. You won't see me smoke anything this light ever.
Yeah. See, you're the same as me. Like I get why companies make it Connecticut because everybody can smoke it. But when it comes to me, it's dude, people give me. I'm like, I fucking hate Connecticut's. Like I hate them. There's no use for me for a Connecticut. I'd rather smoke a decent Cuban that I know that's good than a Connecticut.
Well, I'm gonna light up. You gonna light up?
All right, let's light up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what we're smoking and what we're drinking, and that is brought to you by Luxury Cigar Club. When you're looking for a monthly Cigar Club subscription, don't waste your time with any of these other online order places. It's all in the name. And go with what's in the name. You know what? And it says luxury in the name. That's what it is. The best monthly Cigar Club subscription you could get. Luxury Cigar Club. Hit them up. You know what? Use promo code REBAR. Save yourself some coin. All right. What are you smoking? What are you drinking, Aaron?
Calibri Cutter.
Ooh.
Soho Cigar Bar lighter. Look at this. This is the Soho Cigar Bar that's in New York City. This was a gift. Look at the back. Where is it?
Oh, that's fucking sick. It's no smoking, but smoking.
Yeah, this is the best lighter I got going nowadays. And this is an old Xeno Platinum. It's been in the humidor. Probably someone sent them to me 2 months ago. There we go. It's 2-month-old Xeno Plat.
Nice. All right. I am smoking the United.
I'm drinking black coffee. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
An American one.
I am smoking the United Cigars from United Cigars in the natural, not the Maduro. The natural is actually, as much as I love the Maduro, I do have a little appreciation for the natural. And I am drinking a Smirnoff Ice Peach Bellini.
Mm.
It's, I don't know. I needed something with just a lot of flavor, so I was fuck it.
What time's your boyfriend get there?
Yeah. He's coming after.
Good.
He's not here yet.
This is nice. All
right. So we got to I want to do a little brief introduction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting down right now with Aaron Berg. Aaron, give us a little docu series, like, you know, let's hear your resume a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right. Born and raised in Toronto, Canada. Middle class family. Grew up, got in trouble, hung out with the wrong kids, got arrested, got shipped off to boarding school. Go to boarding school. There I learned to write, develop somewhat of a rebellious nature.
Sorry. What boarding school?
Rosso Lake College.
Fuck, I thought you were going to say Robert Land Academy.
That was the other option. That's why I picked Rosso.
So Robert Land, no word of a lie, is 10 minutes from where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you said that. I was like, fuck, what are they?
That was hardcore. My parents go, you're either going to military school or you're going to this place. The second place was where like Kurt Russell and Meg Ryan had a cottage. It was gorgeous. I was like, I'm going to stay here. But it was still hell. It felt like prison. You couldn't smoke. You couldn't drink. You had to find ways to do all this stuff. Then I got shipped off. I went to New Brunswick for university in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Did a philosophy degree there, but then went to Western for a year in London. Also did half a semester in York. And in between there, I was a male stripper. So that's kind of where my studies got messed up. I started stripping in Brampton, stripped in Toronto, Niagara Falls.
Oh, Peppermint?
Peppermints, yeah.
Yeah.
Got my tail lights busted because I go to Peppermints. They're like, hey, just so you know, we don't go full naked here, right? Keep the thong on. And I go, yeah, whatever. Whip my dick out on the third song. Someone got pissed off, started smashing while I was sleeping. I think I was banging the wrong broad at the time. And then I started trying to get into movies. So I did a movie called Detroit Rock City with Kiss. And then I thought I was going to be a movie star. Never happened. So after a while, I started doing stand-up comedy. And that was 19 years ago. And I never looked back. I started at Yuck Yucks in Toronto, doing shitty bar shows around the city. Did it for about 6 years, started making a living. Did it for 10 years. And then, by that time I was like, all right, I'm ready to go to New York. So I moved to New York
Can I
9 years ago.
Can I clear something up real quick of
Yeah.
why I looked excited when you said peppermints? All right. So Niagara Falls is like strip club. There's a lot of strip clubs there. So peppermints, you have mints and you have peppermints. Peppermints on the bottom is males. The upstairs is mints, which is all females. And I used to frequent mints. Just it was right by a good skate park, and we'd always go there just for beers after and just hang out. But yeah, no, it's you'd see the people coming in, and you'd be outside having a smoke. You talk. I used to talk to some of the male strippers all the time, like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, I've stirred a lady's drink with my dick before.
Yeah, that's the old thing. But my favorite place is the Sundowner.
Oh yeah.
I went there. I was doing the Niagara Falls Yuck Yucks like a month and a half ago, or before. No, maybe 3 months ago before this happened. And my wife was like, I go, oh, I'm going to go to the strip club. She goes, whatever. And she goes, it's not cheating if it's through your jeans. And but it is, because at Peppermints they'll do that. And so, or at the Sundowner, and I went, what a great! I love it. It's my favorite strip club in the world. Like, they'll fuck you in there. They don't care.
So what people? You have Floyd Mayweather's, like, fucking. You have the top celebrities go there. You have the top porn stars go there. Like, you go there on a Friday, Saturday night at 10 o'clock at night. You can't fucking sit down anywhere. They have what, like, 4 or 5 stages.
The afternoon. That's my trick. You go in like 2 in the afternoon.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah. Girls are looking to make dough. There's just a couple guys just got fresh out of prison. And then just like these girls. And I was like, whoa. I had to literally shove her off me. I'm like, I got a wife. She's like, I won't tell. And I was like, nah. But it was fun. I love it up there. And I miss it. And St. Catharines, when I was at Rossall Lake College, we did this thing where they sent us to like this newspaper editors program at Brock University for like a weekend. And that's where I met my old best friend, Ted Ahern. And we went there, and there was women there. We had the best weekend, just boning chicks in St. Catharines. And I always had a love affair with it. And Niagara on the lake is gorgeous. I mean, that's Golden Horseshoe shit, man.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why we've moved here, and like me and my wife, and I'm 20 minutes away from the border. I can be in the middle of Buffalo almost. All the golf courses around me. We have, the entertainment, but yet we're still, I'm, 5 minutes from the middle of the fucking country, but I'm 15 minutes from the new outlet malls.
Yeah.
So it's a cool. Sorry, I interrupted your resume.
No. And Toronto's like an hour 10, hour 20.
I could probably be right downtown Toronto with good traffic, about hour 10.
Okay.
With good traffic, but I mean, good luck ever getting that now.
Well, now's a great time to be driving.
Now is, but shit, that it's a bad day to Toronto and home from Toronto. You could be 6-7 hours driving.
Yeah.
And I tell people this, I go, I could be at the GW Bridge in New York in 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, you weigh out your options, and it's, do I want to be that long just to go to Toronto, or would I like to go to New York City for that sort of time in a vehicle? So it's...
Yeah. Now, do you get down to New York City at all?
It's been 4 years now since I've been back down, but it's moving up at my job a bit, and then my wife transitioning job. So it's, not having the time to basically go down there.
Yeah.
So
it's a great hang. I mean, Mo, who's our mutual friend.
Yeah, Mo.
I get to see him once in a while, and there's so many great places to smoke there. I mean, we've been top of the sixes. You ever been there?
No.
It, it,
Mo's told me stories.
it's wondrous. And then there's some other standbys and stuff. I got a place near me in Queens that's a 6-minute drive, and it's just local.
What place?
Queens guys, firefighters, cops. It's a good hang. It's
Is it
really mellow.
is it Havana Dreams?
Yeah, Havana Dreams.
Oh, my buddy owns that.
Really?
Junior.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's majority of Mo's buddies all go there.
yeah. It's a great hang. They got a decent selection, but the place itself is great, and it's so. I used to go into the city, and I go to the old. It used to be Cigar Inn, which became Casa de Monte Cristo. So I would go there, but it's like they got a bigger selection. Prices are a little more competitive, but it's like I can drive 6 minutes and just hang. And they got like a VIP room downstairs there.
Yep.
At Havana Dreams that no one uses. So for the first couple times I would go, they'd just be like, "Yeah, just go down." You're sitting in there. You got a whole bunch of TVs, this big room to yourself, your own bathroom, just a nice hang. I usually smoke at home. In Forest Hills. I don't live in New York City proper, so we have a house, and it's nice. So I can sit out front and smoke on the porch and stuff.
That's cool. That's cool. Advantage. I've been in. I mean, I can't even tell you how many cigar lounges, cigar shops I've been in. I watch, King of Queens. I love that show. Rules of Engagement. Love that show. When you think of like '90s New York, early 2000, it's Havana Dreams. Like it's the people that you get cut. Like I was there on a Friday night once, and it's just firefighters coming in there, overall, and it's cops in and out, and it's just like,
Yeah,
fuck, like this is New York. You know what I mean?
yeah, I miss it. I'll tell you. I bet New York's going to take a long time to recover from this. And it's, I wasn't there for 9/11, and I was there after the hurricane, when everybody lost power. I was shooting a TV show in Hamilton, so I was out of the country. It's always weird that I'm away for these tragedies. Almost seems like I planned them. That'd be cool. But it's going to take a while to recover, but it's such a great city, and it makes me miss it so much, just the New York swagger and the New York sense of timing and humor and nobody giving a shit.
There's nothing like walking down the streets in New York.
Yeah.
Like smoking a cigar, people are like, that fucking stinks, fuck off. Like yelling at you and shit. It's just like I can fucking smoke here. There's not too many places outside you can smoke in fucking New York City, but I can smoke here on the fucking sidewalk, so suck it.
There's one park that Mo knows of that's like around 53rd.
Oh, Paleo Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember like when I lived in Astoria, some women would walk by and be like, disgusting. And this is back when I was an asshole and I was all loaded up on testosterone. And she'd be like, disgusting. I was like, go look in a fucking mirror.
But I mean, but that's the same person walking beside you, right? On their fucking cell phone being like, and it's just like, no, you don't think I find that fucking annoying? Like you find my cigar annoying, but I find you on your fucking cell phone annoying.
Look at the burn and the ash on this so far.
Fuck, dead even, man. Dead even. All right. So we got Aaron Berg, movie star, comedian.
Comedian. Not a movie star. Comedian.
But you've made money off movies, so I'm considering that
a movie. I'm not a movie. I don't have any pedophile allegations, so I'm not
So you're not a big movie star.
That's right. Yeah, I've been in movies, TV, but yeah, stand-up's my bread and butter. And over the edge comedy, not giving a shit, just enjoying it for the sake of enjoying it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What do you do?
So I got a job. I used to ride BMX professionally till I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
But I traveled for 2-3 years almost, just doing shows all over North America. We're going back 22. I fractured my heel in California. Went into a hospital there. They're like, it's 10 grand just to get you in. I said, fuck that. Drove back to St. Catharines to a hospital 5 minutes away from my house. Now, this is when I still lived at home with my parents. Called my parents as soon as I crossed the border and I got to the hospital. My dad's coming down there, so he's sitting there while I'm in a room, and he's like, you got to start thinking about getting a real job. And I was like, yeah, no, I know this now more than ever.
Yeah.
Saw a job in a paper. Like I've been there 12, 13 years now. when you could find jobs in paper still that weren't through like a temp agency or shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Applied for it at a steel mill and started all the way at the bottom, worked my way all the way at the top. Now I run my own plant, and I just sit up in a fucking office now and just run numbers, and that's it. So, but
Congrats.
it's all rebar. Everything I deal with is all rebar. Whether it's
Yeah.
bending it, shaping it, cutting it, anything to do with it. We have probably 90% of our jobs are all condos, so that's all that's going up in our area, right, from here to Toronto. So
Yeah. So you just and that business is still going while all this shit's happening.
yeah, and that's I was like, fuck, we're not really essential, but it's the fact that we're able to. If we're in the middle of one hospital job, right, it's
Mm-hmm.
maybe 15 ton of steel a week we give them, so it's fuck all. It's not going to be done anytime soon, so it's nothing to do with this, but it's those pop-up tent things that they do for the hot. So we could pour a slab at any minute and it's ready in 2 days.
Okay.
So that's why we're there essentially on standby. And then
Wow.
part of it with the condos too is to build the condo up from the ground. The second you leave the ground, it has to be 64% sold.
Okay.
So if it's 64% sold, you already have, if it's a 100-story building, you have 64 rooms already sold.
Yeah.
And these people are already selling their house or it's already sold, right? So it's a big deadline game, right? On that end, not so much on my end. It's but yeah. So that's why I'm still working, and I'm fortunate, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know what I honestly don't know what I would do all day if I wasn't going to work, right? It's if I can't go to work and I can't golf, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like fucked.
I got to bring my clubs up when I come up and do Niagara Falls next time, and we'll play. You got nice courses there.
Oh, 100% we'll play, man. We'll play. And you know what? It's like the only place in Ontario that's cool with you smoking.
Really? Why can't you smoke other? I've never had a problem smoking on golf courses.
Oh no, that's the only place it's good to smoke still.
Oh, okay.
Dude, we'll sit on patios and smoke cigars. And it's just like you go to a bar, you can't do that. You go you go to a restaurant, why do people sit on patios to smoke? You go to a patio now, nobody sits out there because you can't smoke.
Is it because they're all smoking weed out there?
That's a fucked up thing. It's more
Yeah.
I could walk downtown and smoke a joint, nobody will say anything. I walk downtown and smoke a cigar, and people are like, fucking yammering in my ears. And it's like, are you like
Do people that work at your company get drug tested, or is there some type of thing, or it's like legal now, so everybody can smoke,
so
right?
it's legal and they're all unionized. They're all steel workers by trade.
Big union. That's a big union.
Yeah, I was in that for 12 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if let's say something serious happens, causes a lot of damage or a lot of injury, we can then drug test them. But to just randomly drug test somebody, oh fuck, man, I'd have the union guys all over me. But
Yeah.
if they're, at my job, it's if you run in the crane, you have anywhere from 2 ton to 10 ton moving in the air at a time. So the guys they're already scared enough as it is with that, let alone doing that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. The people here that smoke weed, they've always smoked weed. And to
Yeah.
them, it's like a cigarette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if somebody needs a cigarette, they're just like burn a joint, and then it's they're normal after they smoke.
When I go up to the falls, I'll go to the dispensary and I'll buy like one of the real low potency things. I'll get something like with CBD and I'll smoke like my first or second night there. And then after that, I won't. And then I'll make sure my car is absolutely cleaned out before I drive back across.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I freak out about it, but it's not a thing that I do all the time. And man, I miss it up there. It's such a beautiful place.
It it is, and it's you know what I mean. I only really notice it after going through winter here, because winter's usually fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like May 2-4 weekend, you start to notice it. Everything's blue, and it's just like fuck. It's green here.
Is Marine Land still there?
Yeah. So my work is literally on the other side of it.
Yeah. When I was growing up in Toronto, you'd hear all the Marine Land songs. And
everybody loves Marineland.
And there's like isn't there like go-karting around there? There's a whole bunch of mini golf.
Yeah.
Niagara
So
Falls is amazing.
like 4 blocks away from that, there's the massive go kart place right off the highway. Like the fucking, it's the one you have to fucking go kart at.
Yeah. I miss it. But they're sending everybody $2,000 now, right? But all your workers are still working?
So
Or
all
did
my
you?
workers are that want to work. They have some that are choosing to stay home.
Mhm.
They get the $2,000. Um, I don't get it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. And it's the people that are getting the $2,000 are like, it's a heavy tourist area, right?
Yeah.
So it's, predominantly minimum wage tourist workers.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting that 2K a month.
Okay.
And I mean, fuck,
Yeah, they don't want to go back to work.
that's a big thing.
I
It,
talked to Breslin, who owns the Yuck Yucks, and he goes, "Yeah, a lot of like the out of work comedians are getting it." And I go, "That's more than most of those shitty comedians have ever made." When I was struggling, and you weren't making $2,000 a month. I was doing other jobs. I was working as a waiter. I was working as a doorman. You weren't making $2,000 a month. Down here, the stimulus. I don't know if I got a check. I don't think we qualify because I think in the household we make a bit too much. So I think there's a level where they cut it off. So I don't even know if I get anything, but I haven't checked my home mail for 7 weeks now, so I don't know what's in there.
you could have some stacks sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
2,500 bucks.
they just released something yesterday, I believe it was, and I read it today. So if you've been offered to get rehired at your job and you turn it down, you now have to pay that money back because you fraudulently took it, right? So you should have collected unemployment rather than the what is it they call it, the CERB or whatever.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And
I don't
so
know.
yeah, I read that and I was like, oh fucking yeah. Now the guys are going to be calling us. Hey, can we get a job? Hey, can we come back to work? Can we come back to work?
I
So
mean, the economy is so crippled, but
oh yeah, it's fucked.
I took a huge hit, like market wise, when it first happened. I was like, but it's going to bounce back, or you were hoping.
Yeah, they're saying
But
it's going to do like the big U thing, right? So it's
yeah,
fucking
and I was
crashes
just
down, but
like,
then whoop.
I'm not looking at my money. I was like, someone told me they're like, don't look at your money until it gets back to the same number. So that's it. So once the market gets back up to 28, 29,000, I'll start looking at it again. But so that gets hit, then all the work gets canceled, and that's like in slow trickles. Where it was like I worked up until March 15th doing stand up, and then it was like I was taking Clorox wipes on stage, wiping the mic down. And then that was it. But then right away, the next weekend, the local clubs were canceling. Then the road stuff was canceled. And then you're like, oh, okay. So you're losing tens of thousands of dollars right out of the gate, plus your market losses. So it's a big hit for a lot of people. And it's like, I get it's good to be, middle class or upper middle class. But then you look at the poor people that are living paycheck to paycheck and you're like, they must be going ape shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, we're not hurting. You know what I mean? We can get through. If this shit goes for a while, we can get through. It's not a problem. But other people are like, yo, where does May rent come from?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See those people.
When it started the end of March, they just had March's payment.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I don't work April.
Yeah. And no one saw it coming. Nobody thought it was going to happen. I don't understand how, and it may be different in Canada, but here, because this country is already so divided, this further divided an already divided nation. And I feel like anger and xenophobic sentiment is the first to pop up. Like I went through, I was like, yo, man, someone's got to drop a bomb on China. I don't understand why we're not at war with China. Like those are my first thoughts. Because if you have any background in what was going on and you knew how the president had lined up this discussion with China from the get-go, and you're like, something's going on here. And it must be like nonlinear biological warfare or something like that. So there was those feelings of anger that would go, and then confusion. And I think people go through stages of grief when something like this hits.
Oh yeah. Well, your life fucking flips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was still going to work every day, But I got people trying to come up to my office and fucking talk to me, and it's like, you're coming up here to talk to me about people not social distancing, but you're trying to stand fucking 3 feet away from me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, if it's that important to you, you would call me or text me. And and then you get everybody that's fucking, everybody's paranoid. And it's like, well, should I be paranoid now? So then you
Yeah.
get paranoid, and people are like, whoa, whoa, why are you paranoid? And it's like, nothing is fucking open.
Yeah.
I go
I
to the
went to
grocery
Walmart.
store, you got to wait an hour. What the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
Went to Walmart today. This guy, huge dude, walks up behind. I go, hey man, can you back up a little bit? It's supposed to be 6 feet. He goes, no, you good. And I go, nothing I'm doing. The guy's 6'4", pure black muscle, just standing there in a Walmart. I'm like, I've read how this happens. You know, I know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get up
You'll
in
be
this
on,
guy's
you'll be
face.
on World Star next.
Yeah, I know how this happens in a Walmart. So I go, yeah, fuck. That's the new piss off move. Is you get too close to somebody.
Oh yeah.
That's the new piss off move. And it's like, go back to New York. It's gonna be tight there, but I don't know. You're lucky you got space. I got space here too. There's a lot of space.
Yeah. I mean, you know where I live. You know what I mean? It's not much has changed. Like, I mean, the stuff that's changed, everything's closed, right? That's what I mean. You know, there's a shit ton. It's, you know, it's not like New York City where it's just everybody's
Yeah.
stacked. You know what I mean? It's, I could go to a gas station, get gas, you know, not see anybody.
Yeah. The only thing that's really changed for me is I'm not doing stand up at night. You know, I still do my morning show. I don't have to ride the train to go into the city because I just do it from where I am now. But the only major change has been I'm not doing stand up. And I think that's what a lot of stand ups are going through. But everyone's like, the world has changed. It's like, you can still get food. There's shit you can still,
Yeah.
you can
Oh
still
yeah.
order out. Like, so this may be the new normal for a while.
Yeah.
People may not be that quick to go back out, even once you can go back
That's
out.
a thing, right?
A
Or
lot
if
of
a
people are
restaurant
gonna be like,
opens,
this
how many
isn't
people are
so
going to go in there?
bad. Hey,
What's that?
say it again.
If a restaurant opens, how many people are going to go running to it?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get everybody or you're going to get nobody. And if it's packed, they're going to fucking crack down on it so it can't be packed. And then you're going to scare people again to where you're literally going to have one or two people in a restaurant. And the restaurant's going to go, well, we were making more money closed than we are open now.
A lot of small businesses are going to go out.
Yeah.
How long have you been married for?
I'm coming up on my 6th year this October.
Mm.
But it's fuck, I was reading something. It was in Toronto. 1 out of 3 small businesses aren't opening back up.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
you know, seeing, and it's like, fuck, like some of the small businesses are the best businesses. So
Little restaurants. Oh, by the way, there's that little cigar shop in Niagara Falls I would go to. I forget the name of it. And it's like in the old part of the falls.
oh, I got bad history with that guy. We can't talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
we did have a good relationship, and then he
Yeah.
basically didn't pay me for like 6 months.
Oh wow, that'll do
And
it.
you know, I used to set up his events and everything that he used to do.
Yeah.
Last event he did, he's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it my way. He did it my way, and he did it his way, and it failed.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, why the fuck? And he's taking it out on me, and I'm like, dude, you don't pay me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give, you don't fucking pay. I got nothing in this.
Yeah. I don't know who he was. I went by once. He was real nice. Maybe once or twice. And then the last time I went, I think his son was there. I don't remember. But anyways, where'd you know Mo from?
So Mo and I met on Instagram. Oh shit. Probably 6-7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he would come to Buffalo to a cigar shop, he'd be like, hey, I'm in Buffalo. Boom. I'd go to the cigar shop, just hang out with him for the full day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, give me, you know, a week's notice when you're in Buffalo. You know, I'll take the day off work. No problem. So we would do that, hang out with him. I do a big herf here called Rebartober. And, you know, it's just barbecuing, cigars, drinking, just, you know, everybody. You got usually 15 to 20 people here. You got New York City, you got Pennsylvania, you got, you know, New Jersey, you know, people coming from all over. And we would just, you know, once a year, we know, same weekend, every October, we all get together, do that. And then my buddy 3 years ago got me to organize something at his house. His parents have a ski chalet in the middle of Elkittville.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, they're not using it this weekend. We can have it every year. So boom, we organized that there, and boom, we're always there for that now. Usually first or second weekend in March, we're always there for that now. Mo's, yep, no problem. I'll work my way up there and just boom. And we've just, yeah, it all started with Instagram.
And you know Steve as well from my father?
Yeah, yeah. So I know Steve I met Steve 6 years ago at Cigar Fest.
Okay.
And I've probably known him on Instagram for 8, 9 years. And, always shot the shit because he knew some of my friends. And so one day we met up at Smoking Joe's, a cigar shop, 17 minutes from my house in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up smoking for a full day. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Mo. And Mo's like, hey, he's all right. Like
Yeah.
you get some people out there that are just fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Those guys are great hangs, man. Whenever I can, I love to, long smoke sessions with those guys.
Oh yeah.
And Mo will bring in some stuff. He sent me a little care package here when I first got here. He's like, how you doing for sticks? I'm like, I got some dailies, but I got nothing good. And he sent me some, he ages his stuff so well. And you crack one of those open. I'm going to grab a water. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, no worries, Aaron. All right, when Aaron gets back, we got to get into what's in Aaron's mouth. 3 words. Could be about the cigar, about his mood, about anything on his mind. 3 words. 3 words. Aaron.
Yo.
Real quick, normally I do what's in Evan's mouth. So my buddy that's usually here, I give him a cigar, I reband it. He doesn't know what it is. I tell him at the end of the show. He tells me if it's good or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's got no idea the whole time he's smoking it till the end. And then I finally tell him. So since he's not here, we need to do what's in Aaron's mouth.
Okay.
Deal? So 1 haul off the cigar, 3 words. It could be about the cigar. It could be what you're feeling, what you're thinking, anything, just 3 words. What's in Aaron's mouth is brought to you by Bearded Buffalo. When you're looking for the best skincare products, hair products, beard products, you got to pick the best. Go with Bearded Buffalo. It's the only thing I use in my beard. I use it in my hair, but mostly my beard. BeardedBuffalo.com. Use promo code REBAR. Treat yourself. All right. 1 haul off the cigar, 3 words.
China did it.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
That's horrible.
That's fucking good.
It'd be awful if it was like some Inside American job or something like that.
If it was 4, it would be Epstein didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. I was doing a joke before. Do you ever, by the way, wonder if you get in trouble for your podcast at your job if somebody would see something you said and go, look at what this guy said.
Shit. Okay, 1 second. I got it. All right. The one and only Rebar. It's my views, my opinions, my guest views, and their opinions does not reflect any of the sponsors of the show. Fuck, I was supposed to say it within the first 2 minutes. They do not reflect any of the sponsors of the show. I'm going to say some stupid shit. You're going to like it. You're going to hate it. You're going to love it. Whatever. If you don't like it, fuck it. Kick rocks. Get out of here.
There you go.
That's a disclaimer. We're good. We're good now.
Where was I going with this?
Yeah.
You ever wonder, like, you get canceled or something? But I was doing a joke before stand-up stopped, and it was one of my favorite jokes for a while. Then I had one that took it over, but I would go, pedophiles are making a big comeback, huh? And I'd look at the guy and I go, and I don't say that just because you're here, but like Jeffrey Epstein, you remember him? Yeah, committed suicide at the hands of 2 people. And Jeffrey Epstein, not to be confused with Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was E equals MC squared. Energy equals mass times speed of light squared. Whereas Jeffrey Epstein was E equals MC squared. Epstein murdered by Clintons, 2 of them. And it was a good hitter sometimes. Yeah, I don't remember my act at all because I haven't done it in 7 weeks, and I'm gonna do a stand-up show tomorrow for the first time, like an online stand-up show, because I've been fighting against doing it.
Nice.
And then, after that joke, I would go, and a lot of people think I'm a Trump guy because the way I look, and let me be very clear, I'm not a supporter. I did vote for him. I did go to Charlottesville. I rented a Dodge Challenger for a friend. And then of course, I never voted for him because I'm a Canadian. Not allowed to vote for, I'm still not a citizen, so.
Oh, so you have, fuck, what is it, a work visa?
I got a green card, man.
You got a green card, man. Where'd a gringo here?
Kill some, stick some gummy pig, Rabenga.
All right. I got to give you the quiz. So it's a quiz. I call it Shooters Gotta Shoot. So in the world out there, you have cigar women, right? They call themselves Sisters of the Leafs. Some of them are Sisters of the Leafs. Some of them are, downright trashy almost, right? They like to get down. I don't mind following them. They post some pretty good stuff. And I noticed there's three things in common. So you have your Sister of the Leaf, right? We all know Sisters of the Leaf. Well, maybe not directly, but we know of them. Then you have craft beer girls, right? Same sort of thing. How do you make a craft beer look really cool? You put your ass out, you put your tits out, you dress sexy, Yeah. People care more about that than they do about the beer. And then you have porn stars. So it's Instagram, right? You can only show so much. How do you get max profits? You take it to the edge, you show the best, try to do your thing. So I'm going to read you a comment that somebody left on one of these pages. You have to guess Sister of the Leaf, craft beer girl, or porn star.
Okay.
That it was left on. So what it is Shooters Gotta Shoot is sometimes in life you got to take your shot. You know what I mean? You see your shot, you got to shoot. Shooters Gotta Shoot is brought to you by Cigars and Guns. When you're looking for any of your Second Amendment apparel, you got to go with the best in the business. Hit up Adrian at Cigars and Guns. Hats, badges, patches, stickers, whiskey glasses. Hit them up. Cigars and Guns. All right. Aaron, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, sorry. All right. Maul me.
MAUL?
Yeah.
Not MALL, like take me to the mall.
Maul me. Like this guy wants to get fucking pounced.
Yeah. Sister of the Leaf.
Porn star.
Come on.
True story. All right. And I always rag on people like this that just tell people their birthdays. Like they announce their own, so the post is on one of these females' pages about her birthday. This guy responds, and she literally in the actual post, she said when her birthday is. He goes, "Nice. When's your B day? I'm on the 26th." Like she never asked when your fucking birthday was. He's trying to lay it out there like they got something in common.
Yeah, that's weird. Leaf.
Ding, 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 ding. 1 for 2. We're 1 for 2.
Nice.
All right. Do you ever wear a dress?
Craft beer girl.
Sister of the Leaf.
Come on. That was my original guess. All right.
What non-sexual thing are you a slut for?
What?
What non-sexual thing are you a slut for?
It's got to be craft beer girl.
Porn star.
Oh.
She responded back. She's a slut for chocolate.
Oh. Slut. Chocolate slut.
Chocolate slut. And then you get this famous line. Next comment. Can I come over?
Come on, be a porn star.
Sister of the Leaf.
Oh, come on. These could be for anybody.
And that's the thing.
It's like an ABC multiple choice where you just have to choose C all the time.
But A this time. All right. Whoa, you're going to break the internet with that pick. Very generalized term. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, what, have you never seen a half-naked woman?
Oh,
like if you have Instagram, you've been on Pornhub.
Can it be a craft beer girl now?
No. Sister of the
Leaf.
All right. You beautiful. You beautiful. Yo, girl, you beautiful. I
Porn
love
star.
you so much, baby. And you
Porn star.
amazing.
Come on, porn star.
Sister of the Leaf.
Well, I should have said Sister of the Leaf for everyone. I would have been right.
OMG, you're a breath of fresh air. Another guy that's never seen a half naked woman.
Now that should be a Sister of the Leaf because it's a breath thing. So
You're right. You're right. I mean, you may have read too much into it, but you're right.
Yeah.
You have to punish me.
That's got to be a porn star.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, you're right. Hey, porn star. Porn star, you're right.
Good.
All right, last question. You're familiar with what is it? ManyVids, OnlyFans, Patreon accounts?
OnlyFans. I have friends that do that. Some girlfriends that do that.
Okay. So the comment is OnlyFans, please. Like this guy's, do you have it? What is it?
No, I don't have it.
No. No. The guy on the comment is at like, hey, do you have OnlyFans? He says OnlyFans.
Oh, so then she's got to be a Sister of the Leaf.
Craft beer.
Okay. What did I get? 4 right?
You got, 4 out of 10, 40%. Not the worst, not the best.
Yeah, it's a hard game.
I think the best record is 64%. And it's been a while. It's been a while since somebody's got that. So, I mean, take it or leave it. It's not horrible.
I'll take it.
All right. So, fuck. Whoa, I just opened up some of them. All right. So I got 2 other segments for the show. I usually write stuff down on my phone. This isn't even a segment. If you have to rollerblade with 3 people, who are you picking?
Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Nina Hartley.
All right. Bill Burr now has 2 votes to who he has to go rollerblading with. So I better see Bill Burr on rollerblades soon.
I don't think he's going to do it.
I mean, it's just...
How great would Chappelle be just falling over, just yelling, this shit's so gay, man.
I'd rather smoke crack.
This is stupid shit, man.
I mean, nobody really wants to rollerblade, right?
No, I don't know who would rollerblade. I think I tried it once. It was a nightmare.
All right. So, Aaron, you are 45?
47.
All right, 47. So what would 47-year-old Aaron tell 20-year-old Aaron? Little advice, little tip, anything along the way.
Wear a condom with Kathy Quinn.
Very specific.
Yeah. Chlamydia.
Oh. Fucking Kathy.
She follows me on Instagram now, and the other day I was doing an IG live, and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I go, "It's Kathy. Everybody we dated when I was 20." Chlamydia story. But when I was doing stand up in Canada, she worked at UPEI, so I went there to do a gig. She didn't show up, but I closed. I did okay, and at the end I go, by the way, Kathy Quinn gave me chlamydia. She's a whore. Thank you. Good night. Was not asked back. I can't figure out why.
All right. I'm back-to-back episodes right now where the advice is wear a condom. First episode, not so specific. This episode, fucking Kathy Quinn.
Yeah. Everything else has worked out great. I'm very happy with how far I've come.
That's good. And yeah, I mean, you got to wear a condom. Like,
not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, maybe when you're first starting out, like wear a condom for a bit, but like.
I feel like if I had to cheat on my wife, I for sure would. You wouldn't do, if you ever cheated on your wife, you wouldn't go bareback. You'd have to wear a condom. But it's still, I think now, if I was single, I probably wouldn't. And if I ever
I definitely wouldn't. I definitely would.
I would probably try and have as many kids as possible now.
Just breed and run.
I want more kids. How many? You got kids?
Goose egg, 0.
Yeah.
I'm 30. Yeah, 35 now. 0 kids. My wife's 35, 36 next month. 0 kids. I think we're fucking selfish.
Could be. I mean, I got a great daughter, but I want more.
It's that. Well, we have to take the expensive way to have kids, so we're almost there, and then we're gonna decide. In Canada, you get one shot for free. The next shot, you got to
Okay.
pay.
Okay.
So we're probably 6 months away. Then we're gonna decide. You know what I mean? Do we want to allocate this money to this? Are we really? If we're gonna try it once and it fails, you at least want to have a second shot, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. It's not easy.
yeah. I mean, it's I'm a hell of an uncle.
Yeah.
I'm a hell of an uncle.
But I'm telling you, it's the best. It's the best thing.
Yeah. No, it's something that we both want. It's just, yeah, it's fucked up not being able to do it naturally, I guess. You know what I mean? But it's cool being able to have options. You know what I mean? So,
And
yeah,
it's more and more common now,
who knows? A year and a half from now, could be a baby bouncing on me while I'm smoking a cigar, having a drink, doing an episode.
Probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, fuck, especially in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be one thing if I was in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I could get away with that. The kid would have his own drinking cigar.
Yeah, they got rights down there.
Yeah. As long as it ain't no black, baby.
Mm.
All right. So I wrote down something else too. Let me see it. All right. The only stuff I have written down now is for 2 segments. So we're going to get into touching tips. Usually it's touching tips, JP and Evan touching tips, but now it's going to be me and you touching tips. The advice I wrote down, it could be advice, it could be a tip. I'm going to give my tip, then you could give your tip, or you could touch on my tip. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so touching tips with JP and Aaron is brought to you by Sir Louis Cigars. When you're looking to swing that big boutique dick around yours and you want all the best boutique cigars, you got to hit up SirLouisCigars.com. Hunter's a great guy, and he only deals with boutique as fuck cigars. Hand them up, swing it around. All right. So, quieter times, I sort of go down the rabbit hole on Instagram, following people, just creeping people, looking at things. There's this one guy I crept for about a week in a non-gay way. But the way this guy was fucking cutting his cigars. So you're familiar with the V cut, right?
Yeah.
This guy could fucking V cut perfect. Every picture with a V cut, perfect. This guy would straight cut. Every fucking cigar he would cut, this fucking thing's unraveling for about an inch down his cigar. And
Yeah.
you could tell it's just, it's fucking murk.
Look at mine. You just made me be like, how's my straight cut?
Yeah. Am I good? No, but I mean, dude, this guy would be smoking it, and this fucking thing is unraveling like an inch down the cigar. But you go to his next photo where he V cuts, and it's fucking, you can't fuck up a V cut. You know what I mean? It bottoms out. Next photo, just murked with the fucking straight cut. And it's like, dude, just fucking, go to your fucking, if you're going to be murking cigars like that, you're going to be smoking an inch of a cigar and this fucking thing's just fucking spiraling out of control, unraveling. Just V cut. Just V cut. I mean, V cut, or, so here's the tip. You know what you could do with your cigar? Take the cutter, flat surface, put your cigar down there, cut it. You bottom it out.
Boom.
Boom. I don't think I've ever given such cigar knowledge ever.
That's one of the best tips I've ever heard, because the V cut's not going to give you as much smoke. I'm going to do that.
It's more so subtle.
Oh, that's what I'm doing from now on. Because
on the ground, put it there.
I bought a Calibri cutter that's in the car. It fell apart after 3 days. And it was a gorgeous cutter, and I got to send it back, and hopefully they'll make it right. But this one is a little dull, so I got to kind of give it a bit of push.
Oh, yeah. And then it gets that snap.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try that trick. I will add on to your tip there. That's what I do.
All right.
I take your tip, and I add it.
Extend it.
Extend your tip. Yeah, I dock your tip to other people.
And this tip is brought to you by Extends.
Yeah, Extends. Do you want your dick kind of soft?
Yeah.
That's right. Extends. It's not as good as Blue Chew or prescription stuff.
If you're only quote unquote average.
Yeah. Extends. Get a little bit more blood into your soft dick. Yeah. So lie to her.
Get that fucking blood flowing.
Extends. Wrap your fist around the base of it and squeeze it hard, and it may get hard.
Extends. Bottom your dick out in a girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for Aaron's tip or Aaron's docking.
I would say always save your heaviest smoke for last.
Well, see, so here's where I got to play devil's advocate on it. I 100% agree with you. You got to fucking have that discussion with Mo.
Mm-hmm. Mo thinks smoke the heavier one first and go milder.
Yeah.
But during quarantine, you want to smoke light stuff in the day and have a real heavy punch at night. And just go to sleep. And I don't mean a punch cigar. I mean a real heavy oomph.
Fuck yeah. Something you're going to feel in your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's along the tip line, along the extends line.
There you go.
We've touched it all. All right. We'll get into the last segment of the show, which is what plugs JP's Vitola? What cracks my wrapper? What tunnels my cigar? You know, what pisses me off? All right. What plugs JP's Vitola is brought to you by Nickel City Cigars. When you're looking for your Tatuaje, your Romocraft, your Crowned Heads, they got FQs now. You know what? Most importantly, when you're looking for your United Cigars, you got to hit up Nickel City Cigars. It's my local shop, 30 minutes away from my house in Buffalo. So it's my local business. It's a small business. It's veteran owned, right? 3 great things. You got to hit up nickelcitycigars.com. Use promo code REBAR, right? Tell them I sent you. Save a little bit of cash in your pocket. Boom. All right. What cracks my wrapper? What plugs my Vitola? All right. Again, I got to go back to Instagram. Scrolling through, bored. Everybody that wants to fucking review a cigar. Everybody just start like, I'm just going to end it with this, right? Cigar Snob Magazine, Small Batch Cigar, Cigar Fish, they fucking have the cigar reviewing down pat. They have, like, I'm finding these random people with like 200 followers just telling you their thoughts, you know, their notes there. Nobody's fucking asking you.
Yeah.
Like, you're smoking a cigar that's been reviewed 100 times over. Like, and all you're saying is stuff that you just fucking read out of the same magazine that just reviewed it. You're not doing anything that's fucking different. Why are you just regurgitating? Like, I don't fucking get it. That's what pisses me off, is everybody wants to fucking review something. And that's why when I did the show, here's the review he gives me on the cigar is, it's good. I would smoke it again. It's not good. And he fucking rams it out. That's it. That's it. If it's good, you're going to smoke it again.
Yeah.
If it's bad, you might even smoke it again just to see if it's that bad.
Here's what peels my foreskin back. Is that the name of this?
Fucking stretches the turtle shell.
I don't have a foreskin. People that
smoke. Neither do I.
Good job. People that smoke cigarettes in a fucking cigar place.
So, my wife quit 8 months ago and I quit 5 months ago. Cigarettes. That's something I would never fucking do. Never. And I mean, I'm the kind of guy that I'll get halfway through a cigar and I'll go out for a fucking cigarette. I was that fucking kind of guy. 100%. I was like, but I would never. And, you know, my wife travels with me everywhere. She'll get up and my friends are like, you know, we'll be in my buddy's cigar lounge. Well, where's she going? She's going out to have a cigarette. No, it's fine. She can smoke one in here. And she's like, no, you don't do that.
That's a lady. You got yourself a proper lady.
She knows.
It's disgusting. I look at them like trash. And you watch them. What are you doing in here?
Seriously.
Why are you here? This is a classy place for gentlemen and ladies. And then this fucking cock swallowing by a side of a rest stop motherfucker comes in, lighting up a fucking Du Maurier light.
Or a Belmont. A fucking Belmont. The fucking Du Maurier light. You've never sounded more Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
But and you know, I've seen in cigar lounge, and it's like, why the fuck don't you go outside and do that?
Yeah.
Like, you're 15 feet from the door. Nobody else is. It's different if everybody's doing it there, but nobody. It's a cigar lounge. It's not called a fucking cigarette lounge. That's called a fucking coffee shop. Back, 15 years ago.
It's called a bingo hall.
The fucking bingo hall.
Yeah.
But and you know, I was almost up to a pack a day, and I'd still murk 4 cigars on a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
But I would never sit in a fucking and it always irked me, people that did that. And they're like, oh, I just like to have a cigarette every once in a while. It's like, I'll smoke 20 a day and I still will not have one in a fucking cigar lounge if I stay there for fucking 12 hours. It's the fucking common courtesy. I got to get your take on this, though. What do you think
Yeah.
about farting in a big humidor? Have you ever farted in a walk-in humidor?
I would not fart in somebody's humidor by any stretch of the imagination.
Fuck.
I would always hold it in. When we go to like the top of the sixes, and I'll go into the where the lockers are because you want to see like Donald Trump Jr.'s got one, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. So I always like to show people, look where we're smoking. So I'll wait, I'll go out, and then I'll wait till Al Sharpton passes, and I'll fart then.
Yeah, but he's a fart sniffer, so that's no good.
Yeah.
You gotta eat some.
Hang on, my garage door is opening. Just bear with me for 1 second here. It's going to be closed again in just a second.
Yeah. No worries. All right. So that's a tip.
I'm going to put her to bed. Can you go take a shower, please, hon? She's out fucking dancing around with people with corona. What am I supposed to
sanitize?
Yeah, sanitize. She leaves the garage door open. She's going to be drunk, too. It's a fucking nightmare. Fucking nightmare.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the One Only Rebar. And if we have learned anything, wear a condom. Careful cutting your cigars. You know what? Put your fucking cutter on the ground. Light to heavy. This was a fucking educating episode.
Yeah. It was
riveting. You know what? The world's going to turn around eventually. Stay positive. And keep watching the motherfucking Rebar Show. And you know what? Check out Aaron Berg Comedy if you already haven't. All right, Aaron, I want to thank you very much for your time.
What a pleasure.
And thank you for coming on, man. Thank you very much. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. We can still stay out for a couple minutes if you want to smoke.